Hello everyone, myself Dr. Jyoti Gangude, Assistant Professor of Zoology, KTGM College Nasik. Students, today we are going to discuss on the methods of fish preservation. So in previous lecture we already discussed regarding the fish preservation techniques. Now today we are going to discuss broadly on the methods. Okay, whatever the methods they are used for the fish preservation, okay, that we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, so here there are various methods of fish preservation. Many of them they are local importance and the preservation which can be done both for short and long duration. Now, first we focused on the preservation for short duration or chilling, which is the best or well-known method of or the common method of the preservation of fishes for a short period of time. Okay, so here the chilling, which is a means of short-term preservation of seafoods, which is achieved by the reduction in the temperature using ice. Now, it is the preservation of fish at 0 degree to prevent the spoilage of short period of time. Now, such a chilling, which is the most effective method of preventing putrefaction and extending the life of fish. Now, here we have the principles such as the autolytic enzymatic activities are checked by lowering the temperature. Now, the techniques here which is obtained by covering the fish with layers of ice and temperature and is lowered and maintained at about 0 degree. Now, however, the ice alone, which is not effective for long preservation because melting water brings about a sort of leaching of valuable flesh contents which are responsible for the flavor. Now, chilled fishes must be stored properly at constant temperature. Now, it has certain merits. Here, the merits such as ice is effective for short-term preservation, such as which is needed to transport landed fish to nearby markets or to canning factories. Now, the demerits such as the icing and chilling can maintain the fish fresh only for a very limited period. Now, the quality deterioration takes place in chilled fish. Now, here the preservation for long time. Okay, we have the different techniques such as the cleaning, cutting. Okay, now we can see all this one by one. Now, here the preservation of fishes for the long time, where when such a preservation is required for a longer period of time, the fishes are passed through the cleaning, gutting and conservation as well as the storage process. Now here first we have focused on the cleaning. Now the cleaning where during the cleaning the caught firsts are fish washed thoroughly in cold clean water to remove bacteria, then slime, blood, feces as well as mud. Okay, whatever the debris are there, whatever the dirts are there, we can remove, we can wash. Okay, from the body surface of the fish. Now, it is being done under the proper sanitary conditions. Now, this is what the first step or the primary step, that is cleaning. Cleaning followed by gutting. Now, after cleaning, the fishes are cut along their mid-ventral side and their visceral organs are removed. By removing viscera, the bacteria in the gastrointestinal tract and the enzymes of visceral organs are removed along with it to prevent the bacterial decomposition and enzymatic autolysis respectively. Now, after that, the conservation and storage, which include the conservation which is necessary to keep the dead fish in fresh condition for quite a long period of time. Now, this is achieved by employing any one of the method like freezing or either drying, salting, smoking or either canning. Okay, now we have the different methods. Okay, the first method is the freezing or We call it as also a icing method. Now here what is the meaning of freezing? Right here the freezing is the method of removal of heat from the body of fishes. Now freezing is a method at low temperature. Preservation of fish can ensure a very long shelf life and can also provide a product very much similar to that of fresh fish. Okay, means what? Freezing is a technique where we can store the fishes for longer period of time without changing its body composition. Okay, now after that the principle like this. The main principle behind this method is cool temperature do not favors the all activities of microorganisms and also its enzymatic activity becomes inactive due to low temperature. Now to check the enzyme, bacterial action and putrefaction is preferred to store the fish under low temperatures. Now freezing is achieved either by using mixture of ice, salt or either refrigeration. Now the technique which include here icing is done in 1:1 ratio, means one layer of ice and one layer of fish as on. Now so that it does not make contact in other fish and also the weight should not increase. So much to lower the side of fish. Now this is done in plastic carrot of about 40 kg of its capacity. Now the sub-zero temperature so obtained keeps the fish frozen throughout. During air freezing, water of the flesh separates and forms ice crystal. Therefore, quality of fish is inferior. Now, frozen fishes are dipped in cold water storage or stored at the degree that is 10 degree Fahrenheit. Now, freezing in brine is a rapid process and produces better quality of fish which remains its natural appearance. In fast frozen fish, only small sized ice crystals are formed which do not damage the tissues. Now freezing of fish can also be accompanied with the help of current of cold air. Now in brine, freezing fishes are dipped in cold liquid. Now to prevent the rancidity, the frozen fish is subjected to glazing with water or wrapped in a cover of moisture proof wax paper or either cellophane. Now glazing is dipped the frozen fish in water so that finally a layer of hard ice surrounds the fish. Now this layer affords the protection against exposure of fish fat to atmospheric oxygen, thereby preventing the rancidity. Now refrigeration need organization and initial for its establishment. Now the merits which include freezing is more effective than chilling and it is the only method of preservation that preserves the fish for longer period during the transportation. Now the demerits such as preservation by freezing which often causes loss of flavor and damage the tissue. Most methods of long-term preservation bring about major changes in the physical, chemical, textural or either organoleptic characteristic of the fish. Okay, now this is what regarding the process of freezing or icing. Now here the freezing or icing method which again divides into two subtypes. The types such as the first one is the deep freezing or quick freezing and the another one is the freeze drying method. Okay, now first we focused on the deep freezing or quick freezing method. Now when the fish is intended to be stored for a longer period of time, the quick freezing is preferred which inhibits the bacterial action. Now the deep freezing or quick freezing requires rapid growing of temperature which say reaching -40 degree in just half an hour. Okay, because of this, the zone of crystal formation of ice near about minus 31 degree to 25 degree Fahrenheit is passed in a very short time, which preventing the formation of larger crystals which damage the tissues. Now, during the quick freezing process, every part of the product which comes within a range of 0 degree to minus 5 degree Celsius. Now, properly frozen fish at minus 20 degree retains its physical properties and nutritive values for a year or more and is almost as good as fresh fish. Now, smaller size crystals, shorter time taken for freezing, which is less time allowed for the diffusion of salts and evaporation of water and preservation of decomposition are some of the advantages in quick freezing. Now it has the advantage of preventing the preservation for a long time. It is done by air or either gas freezing, by brine or by metal freezing, utilizing which or what we say is that the air or either gas, liquid or either metal before freezing. Now the fishes are washed and the heads of large fishes are removed. The deep freezing bacterial action which is inhibited, the fish retains its physical properties and nutritive values for several months. Now there are three ways by effective quick freezing takes place. The ways such as the direct immersion of the fish in refrigerating medium, followed by again indirect contact with the refrigerant through plates, as well as force the convection of refrigerated air directed at the heat transfer surface. Now, the second method is the freeze drying method. Now, the freeze drying method is a modification of deep freezing completely, which eliminate all the chances of denaturation. Now, the deep frozen fishes at minus 20 degree is then dried by direct sublimation of ice to water vapor without any melting into liquid water. This is achieved by exposing the frozen fish to 140 degree centigrade in a vacuum chamber of freezing chamber. Now, the dried fish is packed or canned in air conditioned room. Now, any loss of flesh contents by way of leaching during melting of its ice which is going to avoid it. Now the product so obtained look fresh, retains its flavor, color as well as its quality. Okay, now again we have the different method such as salting. Okay, the salting method or what we say is that the salt curing. Now the salting is a process where the common salt, that is sodium chloride, is used as a preservative which penetrates the tissue, therefore checks the bacterial growth and inactivates the enzymes. Now this is one of the oldest method for fish preservation. Now here the principle behind such a process is like that. The main concept regarding this technique is when the some amount of salt solution is entered into the fish flesh, it can delay the activity of microorganisms or even inactivate them by reducing the water activity by a process called as exoosmosis. Now this forms the basis of the salting preservation. Now the concentration of salt at 4 to 10% level in fish flesh is known to prevent the action of most spoilage bacteria as well as autolytic decomposition. Now when the concentration of salt which is 20% or more in flesh, the decomposition process in the fish proceeds only very slowly. Now salt, which is a valuable agent in helping to prevent the spoilage. Salt preserves by extracting water and this is called the dehydration. Now, it happens because water from inside the fish is drawn out into the strong salt solution outside the fish. As the water moves out, the salt moves in penetrating the deep into the flesh of the fish. Now the water which is essential for bacteria to grow. So if the water is removed, bacteria cannot grow. Furthermore, the spoilage of bacteria do not like salty condition. Now the more salt in the fish, the more they dislike it. Now the techniques such as during the process, the small fishes are directly salted without being cleaned. Now in the medium and large size fish, the head and viscera are removed and longitudinal cuts are made with the help of knives in the fleshy area of the body. Then the fish is washed and filled with salt for uniform penetration through flesh. The large fishes like sharks are cut into convenient size pieces. During salting, the partial dehydration of the fish by osmosis takes place. For salting, the temperature should be around 16 degree, but for strong salting, normal atmospheric conditions are quite suitable. Now the salting commences as soon as the fish surface of the fish which comes in contact with common salt, and the end products shall have required salinity with taste and odor. The salt used should be pure common salt so as to keep the quantity of fresh fish. Traces of calcium magnesium cause whitening and stiffening of the flesh and gives bitter or acid flavor to the product. In addition, it does not allow the easy penetration of common salt. Now some of the factors they involved in salting of fish which plays an important role and are purity of salt, whereas quantity of salt used and methods of salting and whether the conditions like temperature. Okay, now generally the sardines, mackerels, sear fishes or catfishes, sharks and prawns, they are used for salting process. Now it has the merits such as such a process of salting which is useful for longer duration as compared to chilling as well as freezing. But demerits such as the stiffening and whitening to flesh may give bitter taste. Now the types such as dry salting, then cold salting, as well as wet salting. Now again wet salting, which the first method is the dry salting. So now this is a method of fish is salted, but the juices and brine are allowed to drain away. For 2 parts of flesh, we need 1 part of salt. Okay, layers of fish are separated by layers of salt and placed into wooden box that has slits cut out of the sides, enabling the drainage of juice. And it is important to layer the fish with the first layer, which is being a flesh side upwards, and the next layer of fish which is being flesh side downward. Now the final layer should be salt. Now the box has a lid placed on the top of the stake and weight to press the fish down. Now this encourages the faster salt penetration and water removal. Alternately, fish can be layered with salt in a woven basket with the pickle draining through the holes between the woven material. Okay, you just remember that what we have to do, we have to make the fish preserve. Okay, for that what we have to do, we have to make, first of all we have to remove the viscera, remove the mouth, okay, and make the cuts and fill the fish body with the such as salt, okay. Now after that, what it is, the fish should be restacked, okay. We have to keep the fishes in a manner that they are stacked, okay. Now, or they are either repacked. Now, every 24 hours, right? What we have to do? We have to keep such a fishes, okay, as a stack, okay, after filling the salt. Why it is? To drain the excess of the water or to removal of the water, okay. Now keep such a fishes for 24 hours, okay, so that the fish previously on the top now end up on the bottom, okay. Means what? We have to alter the sequence, okay. More salt should be added as a requirement. Now this is done to provide uniform salting and pressure, which helps squeeze the water out of the fish, and salting time varies from 3 days to a week depending on the type and size of the fish, okay. So what we have to do? We have to stack the fishes over, and we have to rotate the cage, rotate the basket up and down, okay. Means what? Both from both the side, okay, the fishes they drain the water. Now after a few days they are removed from container and dried in the sun. Dry salted fishes are not uh, released much, but they are less costly because their preservation is inexpensive. Now another way of dry salting is to fill salt in the abdominal cavity after the process of guttation, means removal of the viscera. The fishes are made to roll in salt over and over several times and then stacked between the layers of the salt. After salting, drying is done by usual method in the dry and cool shady places. Now, after that, the next is the cold salting. The cold salting, which includes or such a method which is done by spreading salt and crushed ice on the fish about 22 to 26 labile of the salt per ton kg of fish, which is usually recommended. Now after salting, the conservation is done in a room having a temperature which is ranging from 2 to 3 degrees centigrade, and salt may also have impurities in the form of magnesium and calcium salts. Now this affects the taste of the fish and also decompose the flesh proteins. Impurities of such a kind must be removed, or pure salt should only be used to retain the taste of the fish. Now, after that wet salting, the principle of wet salting is to keep the fish for a longer time in a solution of salt and water, otherwise known as a brine. Now, this is the method where the fish is filtered, gutted and cleaned as a dry salting. Now, here 1 kg of salt is required for every 3 kg of fish, and half the quantity of salt is rubbed on the cut surface of the fish. On the first day, they are stacked on the floor of the curing shed to a height of 1 to 2 meters. Now, the next day, that is second day, half of the remaining salt is rubbed in and the fishes and are stacked so that the top fish become to the bottom one. Okay, now on the third day, the remaining salt is applied and the fishes are stacked again. Now they are allowed to remain in this condition for another 8 days and then removed. Now they are not dried afterwards. Now the finished product is very moist and yields to the light pressure of a finger. The large fishes such as the seal, black pomfrets, shark, Indian salmon, okay, they are generally treated by this method. Now, again, the wet salting has the methods such as the salting in brine and pickle curing. Now, here the, there are two methods they are used for such a wet salting, right? Such a methods their use which is depends on whether the product will be further proceed by drying or either smoking or just preserve with the salting depending on the requirement. Okay, now the first one is the salting in brine. Now the salt concentration in brine which varies from 20 to 30 degree and it is known that at the concentration of 25 degree, multiplication of microorganisms stop. The killed fishes are after being gutted, cleaned and washed and are dipped in brine which containing the average of 16 to 20% or a maximum of 25% salt. After being so salted, the air dried in cool shady places. After salting process, we have to dry the fishes in shadows. Now the brining requires the water which is used to be saturated with salt. To make the brine, mix 4 parts of clean water and 1 part of salt. Okay. Now clean the fishes. Okay. After that, packed in large plastic drums. Okay, and add the water in large plastic drums and keep adding salt to the water until no more salt will dissolve. Means what, we have to prepare a saturated solution of salt. Okay. Now after the fish has been prepared according to its size, it must be clean and put in the brine. Now place a clean piece of wood weight which down with the clean stone on the top of the fish to keep the fish below the surface. Now stir the mixture every 20 to 30 minutes. Means what, we have to completely dip the fishes in that saturated solution of salt. Now brining will take as little time as 30 minutes for light salting or up to 24 hours for medium salting. Now fish for drying, smoking and canning are usually brined prior to processing. Now this is what the salting in brine. Followed by the second step is the pickle curing. Now it requires preparing the fish according to size, clean before. Now the fishes are then laid alternately with dry salt in a water-tight container such as a plastic container using a fish to salt ratio of a part of fish, that is 0.3 to 0.4 parts of salt by the weight, and that is for 10 kg of prepared fish we must use 3 to 4 kg of clean dry salt. Now if less, then salt is used, okay, then the fish will spoil. Okay, so if we can use less quantity of salt as compared to the requirement, then what happens, ultimately the spoilage process will going to start. So to avoid spoiling, we have to take proportion of salt. Now here this is what regarding the pickle curing method. After that, the drying sun method. Okay, the next method is the sun drying, or which is very common method, that is drying or sun drying method. Now here the drying method which involves the dehydration, or that is removal of moisture content from the body of fishes. Now the principle behind such a sun drying method is the drying, which is the removal of water from the fish. Normally the term drying, which implies the removal of the water by evaporation here, but the water which can be removed by other method. For example, the action of salt and the application of pressure will remove the water from the fish. Now since the water is essential for the activity of all living organisms, its removal will slow down or stop microbiological or autolytic activity and can therefore be used as a method of preservation. Now like salting, drying is a very common method of preserving the fish, particularly in tropical countries. When sufficient water has been removed, fish will be preserved because the water is essential for bacteria and enzymes to survival and work to spoil the fish. Okay. When the moisture contents reduce up to 10%, the fishes are not spoiled and provided they are stored in dry condition. Now the drying is often used in combination with salting or smoking for additional preservation. Now the technique which include where drying has evolved as a traditional method of preserving the fish, the action of sun and wind is used to effect the evaporating or the process of drying. In recent times, the controlled artificial dehydration of fish has been developed in some industrial countries so that the fish drying can be carried out regardless of weather conditions. Now, the fishes includes the Bombay duck, ribbonfish, silver bellies, okay, and some other small marine fishes are subjected to sun drying. Now, freshwater fish such as the labio, katla, then uh, punctidus, okay, these are preserved by this method or by this drying method. Now, there are also tried in Bengal, such a methods, okay, drying methods they are used commonly in Bengal, Assam, Bihar, okay, but very small quantities as compared to the marine fishes. Now, it has the merits such as it is the cheapest method and which do not require ice, electrical power when natural method is used. Now, the demerits such as it is slow and result is much loss through spoilage when natural drying is used. The types such as fish drying is of two types, that is natural drying or artificial. The natural drying which include here in natural drying the fishes are washed and dried in the sunshine. Now they are suspended on the open ground and it can be carried out only in the dry, well aerated climate receiving place or either sunshine which is not too hot. Now lastly only the thin fishes can be preserved by this method because the fat fishes have much flesh allowing the bacterial decomposition to continue in deeper parts of their body. The process has a number of disadvantages. Now it is slow and result is much loss through putrefaction. Okay, and the artificial drying include in artificial drying the killing fishes are cleaned, gutted and have their heads removed. They are cut lengthwise to remove the large parts of their spinal column, forwarded by washing and drying them mechanically. Now, this is what regarding the sun drying method. After that, the last two methods, that is smoking as well as canning. Now, the smoking method, which is the method of exposing the fish to cold or hot smoke treatment. Now, the smoking or smoke curing, like drying and salt curing, is ancient methods of preservation of fish. Now, here, the principle behind such a method is the phenol content of the smoke which acts as an antiseptic. Now, the techniques such as in this method, the landed fish is cleaned and dried. This is then exposed to cold or hot smoke treatment. In cold smoking, first the temperature of 38 degree is raised from a smokeless fire. After this heating, the cold smoke at temperature below 20 degree is allowed to the circulate past the fish. In case of hot smoking, first a strong fine procedure, a temperature around 130 degree is required. Now this is followed by smoking at a temperature of 40 degree. Now the smoke has to be wet and dense. The good controls as necessary over density, either temperature, humidity, speed of circulation, pattern of circulation and time of contact with fish of the smoke. Now the phenol content of the smoke which imparts a characteristic color and flavor. Now some condensation of tars and resins also add to the taste. Now this is what the method where the smoking which can be done. After that it has the merits such as the product stored for a longer time and demerits such as the phenolic smoke to fish may not preferred by some consumers. Now, the last process of the fish preservation, which is the canning. Now, canning, which is the method of preservation in which spoilage can be averted by killing the microorganisms through heat. Now, the principle such as the method is based on preservation of microbial activity by heat technique. Now, the technique such as the canning which is done by the steps such as the fresh fishes are cleaned to remove dirt and organisms present on their body. Now fishes are gutted and cut into pieces of suitable sizes. Their head, tail, fins and viscera are removed. The pieces are cleaned and dipped in brine to remove blood from the tissues to give proper degrees of firmness and flavor to flesh. Now pieces are now immersed in hot water or exposed to steam or remove adhering material which could not be removed by cleaning with cold water. Now the cleaned pieces are filled in cans or either jars which is still hot. The open containing pieces are now passed through an exhaust box which receives the steam under pressure. Now exhausting expands the food, then drives out of air or gas bubbles from the containers or flesh and which can provide an atmosphere of steam in upper vacant part of the container. Now containers are then immediately sealed. Heating decomposes the autolysis enzymes in the flesh. Further the steam with the temperature which range of 110 degree to 120 degree and pressure that is 7 kg per 6.45 centimeter square of area of the can kill all the bacteria and their spores known to spoil the fish. Now, the sealed containers are again subjected to heat treatment to kill the microorganisms which left in the flesh. Heating affects the character and composition of contained fish or flesh. A long exposure to low temperature provided through cold water or cooled air is considered helpful to prevent any changes in the texture of flavor. The raw material should be proceed properly since it contains most dangerous Clostridium botulinum or it is a bacteria which should be destroyed. Now this is found in protein rich food such as fish which has the pH that is 6 to 7 and which is non-acidic. Now there are some other heat resistant bacteria like Clostridium sporogenesis which can be eliminated at a temperature of 5 to 6 times more than the Clostridium botulinum. Now it needs a temperature of 120 degree for 4 minutes or at a temperature that is 105 degree for 10 minutes to kill them in a large numbers. Now finally the containers are tested before their transportation to the market. Now it has the merits such as the product long lasting or which kill the bacteria and demerits such as canning is completed process that requires costly machinery and technical knowledge. Hence the procedures or hence the cost of product which is high or what we say is that the products are costly. But the canning procedure which is very safe method of the fish preservation. Okay, now this is what all about the methods of the preservation of the fishes.